Rich, we had the story yesterday of this dramatic rescue of a father and his 2 children in the canal. But we saw today the emotion of those who were there and who not only witnessed it firsthand, but helped in the rescue itself. Today we met the 2 city police officers who were luckily on the way to pick up pizza and wings for the office staff for a co-worker's birthday. Officer Paul Dondorfer and Adam Elliott were right near Strong Hospital when the call came in.
We knew that, what we had to do at that point. Our medical training stepped in, and we, immediately began mouth-to-mouth and checked for signs for life.
Officer Dondorfer was handed the first child from a U of R medical student doctor who gave the boy his first 2 breaths of life when he was pulled from the water.
After a few rescue breaths, the child started coughing up a little bit of water and started breathing on his own for a couple minutes. Eventually, he ended up stopping breathing again. We administered a couple more rescue breaths, and he again coughed up a little bit of water and was able to breathe on his own until rural Metro arrived.
Once I located, it was a father holding the stroller and the baby. I kind of lowered myself over. There was a tree that was over the ledge. Lowered myself down, and from there I pulled up the stroller, and fire guys showed up, and we tied a rope to the stroller.
Officer Elliott said the water was up to his knees.
At that point, he seemed fairly exhausted, so he was not doing very much. He was doing everything he could just to keep the baby's head above the water.
We also met the 3 U of R medical school students who ran from a nearby picnic pavilion, 2 of whom jumped into the water to help the father. LINDSAY WAHL from Pittsford and Bridget Hughes, a student from Williamsville.
I took Sam and I swam him back to a shallow area a little farther down from where we got in, and it was sort of scary because at first he wasn't moving, but by the time we got to the wall, he had started, and then Dr. Lambert was able to revive him.
When I got there, the dad was trying to keep the stroller above water, and like Lindsay said, his strength was amazing, and he really was the most heroic person, because I can't even imagine how it was possible that he was able to keep these kids afloat and keep them at the surface until we got there.
Lindsay thought that the father was the real hero here. And back to the police officers, this isn't Officer Dondorfer's first brush with heroism. The police department confirms that he was the officer with Anthony DePonzio when he was shot in 2009. He held DePonzio's head and kept his airway open in the back of a patrol car on the way to the hospital.